We feel that having private equity as part of a portfolio and making it easier to get into is so important. And so we at Securitize have really created a way for investors to be able to easily invest in these products and gain the benefits of this 2x historical performance. A question I get often is, what exactly is private equity? And it is of many, many things, I have to say. But in essence, private equity means that you have a large investor that works with a company in order to help them scale. This can be with capital or money. It can also be with certain strategic relationships. And it really enables them to scale the business much more quickly. And in some cases, they'll actually even bring in folks to join the company and help them grow. So private equity really is a different way of looking at growth investing, and it's really for that next stage in a company's life cycle where they're ready to get into really kind of large scale opportunities. So that's where PE really comes in and where it scales up. So to be able to invest in private equity, really all you need is to have the right amount of capital to be able to allocate to this type of strategy. So on our platform, investors can easily log in, create an account with us, look at different offerings, and then invest. Now, different offerings have different criteria in terms of the type of investor we can accept. And there are mainly kind of three categories that we look at. We have a qualified purchaser tier, which is at $5 million in liquid assets. We have a accredited investor tier, which is $300,000 in income or $1 million in liquid assets. And then we have a retail investor, and this is really everybody else who doesn't meet those other two criteria. Anybody who is a qualified purchaser is also an accredited investor for the most part, unless it's an entity that which could be a little bit different. But for the most part, the way it works is you have those three areas, and this is kind of the different items that are needed to invest in private equity. And then you just need some cash and you can invest. So one of the most relevant and interesting things about private equity and what makes it really different from other investments is that these are firms that were created exclusively to invest in companies and build portfolios to deliver a specific type of return. So instead of you having to go and pick a single stock or a single winner, you're able to get a whole portfolio in one purchase. And these firms are really set up for the long term. They're not set up for, day trading, right? So most of the funds last about a decade. And in that decade, they will help a company really scale up and grow. And then those folks are looking at the different companies and opportunities to invest in and making those investment decisions. So investing in private equity really is about diversification of your portfolio. It allows for you to gain a whole new type of return, but you should also understand that these are not short-term investments. So when you're putting money into this type of strategy, you should expect it to be there for a decade. Albeit at Securitize, we do offer a variety of different liquidity options. You should really come into it with the intention of being able to realize the benefit of the return on the investment over a decade. And so it's not a short-term investment, it's a long-term investment. And it's really about getting access to a variety of different types of investments and companies that you would never be able to get access to